Hey, what's going on, phone dogs? Bo HD here, and the OnePlus 5 is one of the latest high-end Android smartphones to hit the market. So we thought we'd show you 50 plus tips or tricks that you can do with it. First, we have app shortcuts. Similar to stock Android, the stock launcher on the OnePlus 5 features app shortcuts. They are only available for select applications, most of which are Google applications, but they let you quickly jump to a specific area in that app. All you have to do is long press on the app. Furthermore, you can pin these app shortcuts to your home screens. If you want to pin your YouTube subscriptions to your home screen, all you have to do is long press on that shortcut and drag it to an area on your home screen. Now, to disable these shortcuts, all you have to do is long press on a blank area of your home screen, go to Settings, and uncheck the App Shortcuts feature. If you power on your OnePlus 5 for the first time, you'll see your shelf off to the left of your home screens. This is a neat tray that holds recent applications, contacts, and other useful information like notes and battery life. What you may not know is that you can actually add widgets to this screen. Tap on the plus icon in the bottom right-hand side of the screen, tap on widget, and then pick the widget you'd like to have here. From here, you can drag and drop to rearrange all the info you see, and select the X in the upper right-hand corner to delete stuff. If you don't like this shelf for whatever reason, you can go to the settings of your launcher and turn it off, kind of similar to app shortcuts. This launcher also has gestures. You can swipe down to reveal your notifications and quick settings, and actually swipe up to reveal your app drawer. You can do so anywhere on the screen, so not just in select areas like traditional launchers. In the settings, you can also change your icon shape. There's the standard OnePlus icons. There are round icons you can choose from, and square icons. And if you have any third-party icon packs, you can use them too, which is awesome. You aren't able to use third-party launchers in the stock Android launcher. In addition, you can go to Settings, Display, Display Size, and then change how big or small you want content to appear on your screen. While in the settings, we can make our way to the status bar selection to change the battery icon that appears in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. You can select a battery bar, a battery circle, or you can even hide it altogether. If we go to buttons, we'll find the option to switch between capacitive touch navigation buttons or on-screen navigation buttons. I love this feature on the original OnePlus, and I love it on the OnePlus 5. And if you decide you want to stick it out with the capacitive buttons, which will free up some precious screen real estate, you can assign special functions to each button. For example, a long press may open up the Google Assistant, while a double tap on the home button may open up the calendar app. You can set these actions for each single button. Oh, and if you don't like the backlight for your capacitive buttons, you can turn it off and be ultra stealthy. You might even save some battery life. You can also swap the recent and back buttons around depending on what works best for you, what is most comfortable for you. I like to have the back button on the left side of my home button, but that's just me. If you don't like that, you can change it. One tap of the recent button will bring up your recent applications, where you can long press and drag one to the top of the screen and pick another app to open up beneath it. You can go one step further and program it so that every time you, let's say, long press the recent button, it will open/close the split screen mode to quickly jump back and forth between multitasking and single tasking. It's damn cool. Now, the OnePlus 5 is unique in that it features an alert slider. There are 3 positions: silent, do not disturb, and ring. You can customize the do not disturb option in the settings and allow alerts from certain contacts only. In your quick settings, there will be an option to enable reading mode, which will turn everything on your screen black and white, which will be much easier on the eyes. It's kind of reminiscent of a Kindle. It's a feature brand new to the OnePlus 5. And if you don't want to enable it manually, you can go to display settings and program certain apps to automatically enable reading mode each time they are open. That's uber cool. Also in the display settings is the option to adjust color temperature. Under screen calibration, you'll see a custom color that you can select and then drag a slider to make the screen colder or warmer. Above the custom color option, you can choose sRGB or DCI-P, both of which offer different color accuracies that might appeal to you. The ambient display feature is nice because it will show you notifications even when the phone is technically asleep. The display is AMOLED too, so it shouldn't use up that much power. And if you have it enabled, you can turn on the lift up display feature that will do exactly what the name implies. If you lift up your phone, it will activate the ambient display. The night mode feature will calibrate the display to reduce the amount of blue light emitted to ultimately make the display warmer and easier on your eyes at night. It might even help you sleep better. There's some science that backs this up. And if you're having problems seeing the content on your screen, it might be time you adjust the font size in the display settings. Here you can make the font much larger and easier to read. If that doesn't work, you might want to go to eye doctor. In the buttons section, you can choose to have the camera open when you quickly double press the power button on the side of the OnePlus 5. You can also choose to have the camera take a photo when you double click the power button. Open the camera app, open the sidebar menu, and hit the settings slider next to quick capture. Also in the settings is the option to add a watermark to your photos that says shot on OnePlus by BoHD or your name. If we go back to the camera sidebar, we'll see an option for Pro Mode. This is where you can manually control a bunch of settings like the ISO, shutter speed, and focus. There's a histogram on by default in the Pro Mode. You can turn it off in the settings under Pro Mode as well. It's super easy. You might notice a green line when you're in Pro Mode. This is to alert you that your phone is level. It will be gray if your phone is unlevel, but it's something to keep in mind if you use Pro Mode often, and will ultimately result in better, more stable shots. In the camera settings, you can enable or disable immersive mode. Basically, it will clear all the various info that appears on your screen in Pro Mode to help you focus on what it is you're actually trying to take a picture of or record a video of. You can swipe back and forth to show or hide that information. If you like a certain collection of settings, you can save them as a preset by tapping the C in the toolbar. From there, you can make your adjustments and tap Save C1. You can make multiple presets. Portrait mode is super neat as it will allow you to create ultra milky depth of field shots. It uses both camera sensors on the OnePlus 5 and can be activated by swiping left on the main camera screen. And if you want to save a regular photo each time you take a portrait, you can do so in the camera settings under the portrait section. You'll see a toggle to let you save a normal photo when you capture a portrait photo. And while we're here, we'll see the option to add grid lines to the camera app. You can select 3x3, 4x4, or a golden ratio grid. In the upper right-hand corner of the main camera view, there will be an option to select the image ratio. You can select 4x3, 1x1, or 16:9. In the same spot in the Pro mode, you can select whether or not you want to capture raw images that will have tons of detail. Let's take a look at some non-camera related features. If you swipe down the notification panel and expand the quick settings, you can tap on the edit icon and then drag and drop and rearrange your quick settings as you see fit. A very useful feature for sure. Aside from the launcher gestures, there are OnePlus gestures like flip to mute, 3-finger screenshot, double tap to wake, music control, and there are even drawing gestures that you can program to open certain applications when you draw certain shapes on your screen. It's pretty darn cool. One of my favorite tricks is to take a long screenshot. When you're on a web page, for example, you can capture all of it by pressing the volume down button and power button together at the same time. Then a row of 4 actions will pop up at the bottom of the screen. If you tap on the rectangle icon, it will start taking a long screenshot of the page you are on, and you can tap the screen to stop the scrolling and complete the screenshot. Man, I wish this feature was available on every Android phone. Now, if you take a screenshot and press the pencil icon, you can edit the image by changing the color temperature and contrast and brightness. You can even draw on the image. The last little tip or trick that I wanted to mention was the fact that this phone features 2 SIM card slots, so you can have a work and a personal line in one device and or have 2 different networks running in the same phone. It's pretty damn cool if you take advantage of it. So with that last one, guys, those are around 50 plus tips and tricks for the OnePlus 5. If you know of any that I did not mention, please let us know in the comments section down below. I'm BoHD from PhoneDag.com. Thanks for watching, and I will see you right back.